Yo, good guys, here at the Twin Falls Magic Valley Air Show in Idaho, and we're about to see some Blue Angels. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the vlog commentary is not going to be good, so I'm going to be talking on my mic the whole time, so yeah, so the first thing they had was a bunch of Navy stations to try and get you into the Navy, and they had this pull-up contest, which I had to friggin' destroy on, and I got top 3, and I stayed top 3 totally the entire time. Nobody ever beat me in the top 3, not at all, totally not. They also gave me this patch. There are other attractions the Navy had, like this VR one, which I didn't film in, and this choose your career in the Navy, and they gave you some AI picture of you doing it. But past that, they had some planes on display while some stun planes were flying around. Some planes you could go in, like this plane was a smaller version of a Caravan, and I could move the yoke. And here's the back of that same plane. While we were walking around, we had this stunt plane and other planes we saw. I think this is a yak. Great observation. There was also this trainer jet that was painted like a Blue Angels that was doing aerobatic things, and yeah. And this plane is a T-33, which was never a Blue Angels plane, so I don't know why it's painted like that, but it's still kind of cool. And the whole time we were there at the air show, they had these supercars just flooring it down the runway. And there's a McLaren, Corvette, and Porsche, and Lamborghini. Now, I'm gonna be real, I know I'm a plane guy, not a car guy, but I cannot name any of those cars. But I could name the company, which I think is weird about planes, because you can tell it's an F-35 and not a Lockheed Martin. Like, nobody says Lockheed Martin, they say F-35, so yeah. Anyways, they had A-10, F-16, and T-6 cockpits you could walk in, and they had other cockpits you could walk in, but they were paid, so we didn't go into them. And in this F-16 cockpit, the pilot actually let me, like, grab on the stick and move it around, and I know it doesn't move a lot, but it actually, like, barely moves when you feel it. And there was also this H-60 Blackhawk that was kind of like the divider between the other half of the air show, which had the Blue Angels, a Blue Angels car, a P-8 Poseidon, and a C-17, which the line was so long, I stood in it for like an hour, 30 minutes, I don't know, but it was so long, I missed Fat Albert, but I was in the cockpit by the time he landed. But yeah, I time-lapsed the whole time I was in line, and it was okay. The seats were also not that comfortable. But backtracking a bit, there's this British jet that was doing some maneuvers and stuff. But now I'm on the F-35 demonstration, so I'll just let you guys watch that. And here they had the other F-35 being pulled on a tug, which I don't know why there would be two F-35s unless one didn't work, so they had a backup. But yeah, this just drove by us. And that was just a heritage flight, and here you can see the P-51 landing, but now it's the actual F-35 demonstration. Alright, that was all the clips I had for the F-35, and now you guys finally get to see the Blue Angels. And I'm genuinely sorry to this guy, but I filmed his bald spot for like half of the video.
No longer visible while the engines are in afterburner.
Also, during this maneuver, this absolute horrendous remix of Crazy Train was playing.
Sweet Caroline. Back into the Blue Angel Diamond.
Yeah, this was probably one of my favorite maneuvers. Yeah, so then all the planes landed one by one, and they finally taxied back to where they originally started. And then once they got out of their jets, they started doing their ceremony thing, and then after that, they started signing a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I got this Blue Angels hat signed by two of them because I'm gonna be real, I was kind of in the back of the line and they all had to leave before I could get all of them to sign it. But as we were leaving, we saw some more cool planes, as well as the rest of the stunt planes taxiing back to their hangar. But yeah, here's a corny outro. Alright, so it's all done. Got some cool merch. Yeah, okay. Subscribe for more quality videos. In the next video, I'm either going to do a YF23 or 18, so bye!